Hey guys, welcome to the channel and the first video. Today we're going to be discussing 5 key elements of high converting web design. Before we jump into the tips, I just wanted to discuss the website itself and the importance of having a website. I want to just emphasize the actual website as part of your overall marketing and business strategy. Really comes down to the quality of your website and how good the content on the page is that is specific to the demographic that you're trying to target. You really want to invest in the website and you want to have a very logical and clean website layout, because if you do have a very logical and clean website, plus you have content that is specifically catered to people you're trying to target, whether that's trying to solve a problem or whether you're selling something or whatever it may be, it is really the difference of you being able to scale your business in the online domain, because your website is a branch of your business. You can think of it as like what a physical brick and mortar store used to be. It can be just an absolute workhorse for you, working for you 24/7. All right, so let's jump into the video. Okay, so the first tip is call to action buttons. So your call to action buttons, I like to display usually above the navigation bar, and I like to have a pop-up banner with a offer. So for Tony, the offer is a free quote, and next to the offer banner, there's a sticky button with the mobile. What I really like about this and why this works really well for converting people and just getting them to call through is it just makes it easy for them to get in touch with the business. It's very clear. The numbers also displayed. If you scroll down the page, you always have this hover button there. And if you're a Mac user, you can click the call from a desktop, but on the mobile version, it's a click to call button. So you just click it, it dials straight into the business. That's just a very convenient way to have prospects get in touch with your business. Tip number 2 is testimonials. Testimonials are just a great way to showcase previous work, but also build trust and rapport. I find just embedding the Google ratings is a good all-rounder. If your business has Trustpilot, or if a client you're working with has Trustpilot, you can embed Trustpilot. Yeah, Google's just a good all-rounder. So for a corker, I wouldn't do this unless it's like a massive commercial job. But for this framing business, what we did was we got an image of an artist, and then we just got a written testimonial. This makes it a lot more personal for the framing business because it's an artist and it's a bit more aesthetic. It works for the target demographic and their audience. For corking, Google reviews is enough. This website's fresh, so we're going to add images with written testimonials, especially from commercial. Google is just a good all-rounder, and I find that it's just a good way for people, to see that the jobs that have previously been done, they've been executed, and then paired with this hover button, it just makes it super easy to contact, because if you're scrolling down the page, you see like the point of difference, you see the testimonials, you click through, it's like all 5 stars, and then you got that button. It's easy to just either click the call or the numbers showing, so you can just get your phone out and quickly get in touch with the business. The third key element is trust badges. So trust badges is similar to testimonials, or your Trustpilot and Google review. For Tony in particular, we decided to use trust badges in the form of big construction companies that he's worked with, mainly because it shows a higher level of work that's been achieved and creates authority. Well, Tony just wants more commercial work anyway. It's one of the main reasons why we used commercial companies as trust badges. But also, if another builder comes onto the website, they see all these high-end construction companies that he's worked for, he's going to get super qualified straight away. Some of these companies are just ginormous and they're not going to be working with anyone. Secondly, if it's like a residential job, someone's looking to get their shower done or the window or whatever, they're going to see these massive companies that he's worked for, and again, it's just going to qualify Tony for the job. So it's just a good easy one to build rapport, build authority, and also build trust with your potential prospects. Fourth key element is an FAQ, or frequently asked questions. Now, FAQ is super helpful and it's key. I like to have it not just for service-based businesses, but for e-commerce as well. It's why it's so effective, because it qualifies your prospects before they get in touch with you. And you want to think about the website as like an information hub that is going to lead to quality leads. And you can easily qualify people with the frequently asked questions, especially if the work that you're doing is very time intensive or is budget orientated, and you can put in like a rough pricing guide, because people might just get in touch with the business to get a time estimate or maybe pricing, and you could have those questions already answered on the page, so that by the time they get in contact with the business, they're already on board and they're qualified, and that you're not having to manually answer the question. Because if you don't have an FAQ, and let's say someone does want corking, but it's like a small job and they can remove the corking themselves, or they just want to know how long the job is going to take or how much it's roughly going to cost, and you're operating within like a different budget or time frame, then you're going to have to manually answer the questions that they send in to you. And if 4 or 5 people are doing that a day, that time stacks up, and your time is your most valuable asset. So FAQ is just really good for qualifying your leads and also building trust and rapport, because you can be completely transparent, and transparency breeds trust, and trust results in emotional clarity, and emotional clarity results in business. The fifth key element is a strong hero banner. Now, for Tony, we did a video banner, and I'm always leaning towards video now, because just the landscape has changed online, especially with social media, and people are just a lot more accustomed to watching videos. But moreover, videos are just generally more immersive, and they're very passive. It's very easy to consume a video, and it just engages you straight away. Whereas an image that's still, like, a picture's worth 1,000 words, don't get me wrong, and a strong image is a strong image, but a video is always going to capture attention a lot quicker, and it's going to hold attention for a lot longer. Holding attention on your website's absolutely key, especially when it comes to ranking on Google. But I find also with video that it builds greater rapport, and it almost builds a relationship. Watching this video feels like you're on site with the boys, and yeah, you get a good idea of the quality of the work that they're doing. These are just massive residential jobs that they're doing. And yeah, it just breeds that trust and transparency. Yeah, so still image is still applicable. And for the framing business, we're using, this still image, which looks strong. But yeah, if you compare that with Tony, the video does just, hold a lot more attention. And it does feel like you're, on site with the fellas, and you get a really good idea of kind of work that they're doing, which I think is important for building rapport and trust. Okay, so I've got a little bonus tip. The bonus tip is in relation to your contact form. I do find that having the contact form towards the top of the page around the banner does seem to convert more. Not always, and it does depend on how you structure the design of your page. If you're stacking the wireframe so that it's pulling people all the way down to the page, and you have the contact form at the bottom of the page, that works very well, but it needs to be intentional. But yeah, just an easy one is just to have, the contact form at the top. So, where the banner is, you have like your heading where it's got the business, and I always like to put a location and then a little blurb, and then you have your contact form to the right or to the left, depending on where you place the font, and then some key features of the business and the service. And yeah, I just find that some people, just prefer the contact form. They prefer email because they're not as comfortable on the phone. And if it is all just at the top of the page, if you were looking at this page, you have one point of contact, call us there, request a service there, the floating quick to call, and then you have the actual quote as well. So just making it extremely easy for potential prospects to get in touch with the business.
Hey team, I was editing the video and realized that I didn't record an outro, so I just wanted to say thank you for your time and your patience. I know it was a little bit choppy, but it's the first one, and they'll definitely get better as time progresses. I'll be backing the video up with lots more how-tos in relation to SEO for small business, web design how-tos, building out full pages, websites, and yeah, just pulling back the curtain and showing you techniques that you can implement into your business if you're a business owner, or that you can use if you're a web designer or a digital marketer. So yeah, thank you again for your time and patience, and I'll see you on the next one soon. Peace.